Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're joining me from. You're welcome to my channel. This is Word for Word Talk and Have Word's View, depending on where you're watching it from. Today, we're going to be looking into the controversies and and history of the royal jewels. Yeah, we've talked about the king being crowned in the next couple of days, and everyone is so happy about it. But some people are just like, come on, we don't want this. This is what has happened in the past. We want you to, we want reparation and all of that. On this particular video, we'll be looking at the crown jewels, and some of these jewels actually came from India and South Africa and other countries. And they feel, well, you got this thing, this jewel, this beautiful diamond and all of that from a different country whom you oppress, you know, they were enslaved as well. So we want you to return it back to them. Some people died. Some people said, well, do you have blood in your hand and all of that? And they want it returned, like the Queen Mary crown, you know, actually came from some of the jewels from India during the colonial reign. And you have the crown made of silver, gold, embellished with 2,200 diamonds, reset with 3 colonial diamonds from South Africa. I said, return it because it doesn't belong to you. This actually came up even more when the Queen passed, when Elizabeth II passed a few months ago. A lot of people were coming up to speak on different platforms and asked for the return of some of this, some of the jewels that were taken from other countries. Even some of the diamond that was on the scepter, that they were used, all of that, they wanted return because it doesn't belong to the British people. So I'm going to show you a video, and I want to know, what do you think? Do you think it should be returned, or you think the past is past, let's move on, you know, let's move on. That was then, now it's now. Or you think, okay, return them, really, because it was taken from people that were oppressed and still being oppressed one way or the other today, or stolen from and still be stolen from one way or the other today. Even one of the carriage, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw where it said the wood that was used in one of the carriage was from Africa. And so many other things. So what do you think? Let's watch this video together and let me know what your thoughts are. Okay, let's go.
And we are back with more on the coronation, a closer look at the crown jewels. Their complicated history and the guards who protected them for hundreds of years. Deborah Roberts is at the Tower of London. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning, George. Yes, those crown jewels are usually held right back here under lock and key, where tourists often flock to see them. But some are about to be taken out for the coronation. We don't know exactly how or when, because as you can imagine, security around these ancient, priceless objects is pretty tight. But we are told that some are probably being transferred as we speak, because traditionally they are held the night before at Westminster Abbey.
The crown jewels, England's sparkling, splendid symbols of monarchy. Usually under lock and key at the Tower of London, objects of fascination for many and a source of pride for those who guard them. The Beefeaters, or as they are officially known, Yeoman Warders.
We've looked after the crown jewels for hundreds of years, and it's a massive part of the job. And we're proud to have them housed here and secured here at the Tower of London.
But the priceless collection will soon be brought out of the tower, playing a vital part in King Charles's coronation.
It reminds you of the long history of this collection and the much longer history of the royal family, and also the history of coronations.
While they symbolize majesty to some, to others, they're emblems of Britain's colonial past, their appearance during Queen Elizabeth's funeral sparking debate.
The whole purpose of the crown jewels is to set the royal family apart and evoke awe. But I think we're no longer in so much awe. And growing sections of the population now see this increasingly as a flashpoint for dissension.
The diamond causing the most controversy? The Kohinoor, Removed from the coronation, but not the conversation.
The Koh-i-Noor diamond, otherwise known as the Mountain of Light, is in some respects the ultimate blood diamond in South Asian history.
The diamond which appeared on Queen Mary's crown was later replaced with a crystal replica. Queen Camilla deciding to recycle that crown, swapping in the Cullinan stones, often worn by Queen Elizabeth, but not without their own controversy.
The Koh-i-Noor diamond from South Asia and the Cullinan diamonds from South Africa essentially highlighted the draining of wealth, resources, and the subsequent inequality that empire wrought around the world.
Many of the jewels have a story and some historical baggage. And I dare say you can regard each and every one to be either a good thing or a bad thing. But the truth is, history is often there to enable us to have that discussion.
The coronation planners walking a fine line, with priceless jewels and gold carriages on display during a cost of living crisis in the UK.
The monarchy is in this catch-22 situation. You're damned if you do wear these kind of incredibly historic but infamous jewels, and you're damned if you don't now, because you can't have a bareheaded monarch coming out.
When Queen Elizabeth was crowned 70 years ago, there wasn't a lot of talk about the origin of these jewels. But of course, we're in very different times now with lots of talk about appropriation. So with the whole world watching, there will be lots of eyes on who's wearing what. George and Robin?
Yes, you're right.
This is it. This is it. Because a lot of people thinking, no, we don't want you to, we don't want this. We want you to return them. But some people love it. This will make us Great Britain. This is what makes us shows that we were so powerful those days. But most people today, they don't really want that to continue. They want things to change. I really like, if you see Prince Charles, I believe he kind of listened to the public, because he kind of scaled down all the way it used to be, so elaborate for hours, and like the Queen Elizabeth, I think he did it for 3 hours. He is doing it for an hour. So he kind of scaled down just to, I believe, listen to the public, just for them they want to remain relevant to the world and to the United Kingdom. So they have to listen to the voices that speaks in the country and around the world. Like some countries don't want the Queen, well, now the King, as their head of state anymore. Some of them are considering, some have actually spoken out, we don't want to be under you anymore. So they have to actually consider the feelings or the voice of others that want to pull out or might speak against them, especially with the economical situation in the UK. That as well is also part of, I believe, why they decide to kind of scale it down. What do you think? Do you think they should return it? Because they actually, it's in the Tower of London, is properly kept, and they make sure it's watched over for hundreds of years. So what do you think yourself? Do you think they should return it, or you think they should just keep it and move on? Everybody move on and forget the past. Let me know on the comment below what your thoughts are. Thank you so much. Like I said, we're going to be coming back to back. So try to catch up and just learn something new. I believe in every video, you're going to see something that is new that you're going to learn from about the royal family and the coronation. So see you next time. Thank you for watching.